Okay, thank you. Yeah, so I'm going to be talking about the Map of Accused Witches site, which can be found on this link or this QR code. So as you said, this is a student project which first launched in 2019, but since then there's been numerous other interns which have also worked on the project. So first of all, I'll talk about the origins of the project, which go back to the Survey of Scottish Witchcraft, which Professor Julian Goodere and a team of historians at the university created. So this is a database which contains information on over 3,000 accused witches, and it has so much information from their residence, occupation, social class, case characteristics, down to the fine details of what they were accused of, from the supposed pacts with the devil and meeting places. So this data was then uploaded into Wikidata, and that is now what the Map of Accused Witches pulls the data from. So it got uploaded to Wikidata when Ewan, Wikimedian in residence, supported design for data science students in uploading data to Wikidata and then helping them create engaging visualizations from it. So for anyone that doesn't know, Wikidata is like a sister project to Wikipedia. It's open linked data in a structured database. So anyone can query this data once it's there, and anyone can edit this data, but everything must be referenced. So back in 2017, when they did this data design for data science project, they created some visualizations such as a laser print woodcut board map of the accused witches. And due to the success of this project, the student internship programme was born, and Emma Carroll was hired as the first Witchfinder general intern. And so she was a geography student, and her goal throughout her 12-week internship was to geolocate all the data. And this wasn't a simple process because since the time period of the Scottish witch trials, lots of the place names have changed. So it wasn't just like taking the location and finding them. She had to search through historical records, maps, gazettes to try and find information about these locations. And once she had to upload them onto Wikidata, which meant that we had the coordinates for these locations, and then they could be plotted on a map. And with the data she'd uploaded to Wikidata, the web developer Richard Lawson created the website. He'd never created a map-based website before, but within 2 weeks he managed to create this really amazing website. And so this website really wouldn't exist without him. Following on from this, he's mentored the other interns and helped us in adding to the site until he sadly passed away last year. And we will really miss his kindness and generosity on this project, and we'll be really grateful for everything that he did. So then also we had Maggie Lynn, and she really worked on expanding the data and Wikidata. So she added a lot of information about the investigations and trials. And then that meant that these could be added to the website. And she also created additional visualizations such as a named witches network graph, which shows the links between who accused who, because often due to the ordeals and torture methods within the trials, they would name other witches, well, the other women they knew as witches. And she was supported by Joseph Garcia Riero, and he helped adding things to the website as open source web developer intern. And he also really worked on improving the user interface, and he did some software packages and made the timeline more responsive, and meant that you could add in some features such as being able to filter multiple options at once. And then also last year, Claire Panella joined and worked 1 day a week through a semester, and she created a quality data assurance framework, which compares the data from the survey to Wikidata to check if that matches. And also Andrew Millington, who has really supported me in reviewing all the code. He's done so much work in the past week. It's really been quite a shift to get it finished in time. So he's reviewed our code and always offered his help, support and expertise. And of course, Ellie as well, who, as she mentioned, helped working on the map and the map of memorials, and has helped provide, using her knowledge based on her own studies, to add descriptions and more context to the website so they can make the most out of the website. have some other notable mentions. Professor Julian Gooder, who of course this project wouldn't exist without the survey. And he's just always been there when we have questions, always responds so quickly to our questions and offers his endless expertise. And also, like, for example, he came in and he filmed the videos with us. So we have new videos on the website. He's created an introduction to Scottish witchcraft, which we recorded. And we did an interview about the Scottish witch trials and the Survey of Scottish Witchcraft. Thanks to Karen and Melissa, who also have always supported the hiring of interns to work on this project. And Navino Evans, he's the creator of Historypedia, which is a new feature I'll talk about in the website in a second. And Stuart Colmar for creating the icons, and Jeff Bertescu, who has helped us with the media room when recording the videos. So I continued on Claire's work with the quality assurance. So because Wikidata is editable, it means anyone can change things, which is often for the better, as in the light of new information being found, things can get updated. But also means that some mistakes could get made. And also, so this is why we wanted to quality assure the data that was on Wikidata. So what we did was read in the data from Wikidata and from the survey and compared them. And with any anomalies, we checked with Julie and Goodler to work out which was right and if any mistakes had been made. So this is why we're more confident that the data being displayed on the website is as accurate as we can be. Also did some user testing sessions last year. So this involved doing sessions with users who either had already quite a lot of knowledge on Scottish witchcraft or some that had little to no knowledge. So this was doing sessions with them where we would ask them to perform actions on the website and watch how they responded if they can find the things, and ask for their general opinion on the site. And this helped us fix some usability issues and also get some ideas for additions to the website. For example, the people that had little knowledge on the Scottish witch trials didn't know what some terms meant, so we tried to add a lot more context to the website by adding descriptions in the filters and adding a glossary. I also worked on a JavaScript framework upgrade, which now means the website has more longevity and security, and there's some fixes, and we've added some new features, which I'm about to go over. So the interface has changed from the original version that launched in 2019, with the filters being on the right side, and you can now use multiple filters at once. We have a more responsive timeline, and you can also select custom date ranges if there's like time periods that you specifically want to find out about. We have the new Historypedia timeline, which is an interactive timeline which shows you the investigations in order of date, and when you can click on them and then you can get links to some of the sources, the original sources like the Privy Council records and things like that. And then we also have the new map of memorials. The process of this was initially we did some research based on kind of searching local newspapers and stuff and finding out what local areas have memorials, or at least sites of interest that people associate with the Scottish witch trials. And from this list of memorials that we gathered, we realised that some of the memorials weren't factually accurate. For example, the Maggie Wall monument states Maggie Wall was burned here as a witch. Not only is there no record of her existing, but no record of her being burned a witch at this location. But this doesn't mean it's not interesting. We still wanted to include it because the map of memorials and sites of interest is more of a way to document how people respond to the Scottish witch trials in the years after. So we decided that we would have 3 categories as memorials, sites of interest, and tourist attractions. And this meant we can also include museums, which have sections dedicated to this. So this map really provides users with sites that they can visit if they're interested. There's lots of new filters. So as we've said, lots more investigations data has been added. So you can now filter by case characterizations, such as pact with the devil, property damage, and meeting places. And there's lots of new visualizations. That's a photo of the Named Witches Network graph. We have a new historic map so that you can see a map closer to the time period that they would have happened, and there's the filter descriptions as well. We have a glossary to provide users with context if they're unsure of what terms mean, and the introduction to Scottish witch trials page and the interviews with Professor Julian Goodare for their reading page, so people have a place to look if they are still interested and want to find out even more information, and many more visualizations. So thank you for listening. This has been a really rewarding project to work on, and even just a personal level, I've learned so many professional and technical skills while working in this project, but while being able to work on something that I'm passionate and so interested in. It's also a very valuable project. It's a student collaborative effort that works towards open knowledge and bringing new light to the Survey of Scottish Witchcraft and sharing the stories and injustices that were faced by those accused of witchcraft during the Scottish witch trials. So here's the QR code to the website again and the link there, and my email or Ewan's email if you want to contact us. There's also a contact page on the website. So I'm now just going to show some pages on the site so you can get the most out of them. So this is the page that you'll first land on when you enter. And as you zoom in, you'll see the witches, go to the locations they are, and you click on them, and you'll see all the accused witches that lived in these locations. And then you can also filter. So if, say, you just want to see female, maybe working poor, and if you want to see a female working poor, midwife, then you'll see that there's now only 6 accused witches that meet these characteristics. So this really enables you to have more precise searches for research or personal interest. And then, so we've also, as we said, we've added in the glossary. So the glossary is available below the filters list, and this will take you with a list of definitions for these occupations. And then, so as we said, we've also added in the investigations. So this is in this subcategory here. Sorry, it's a bit slow sometimes because there's so much data that is being loaded. So here we can filter by primary and secondary case characterizations. We have the witches meetings map too. Where you can filter by pact with the devil, property damage, meetings places, and meetings information. I'll show you the Historypedia page as well. So that's on the timeline search there. So here you can, so first of all, the accused witches with the most information, they show up closer to the front. But as you scroll in, even more appear. And you can click on them. And then you get some of the notes that are from the survey. You can get their page on the Survey of Scottish Witchcraft, their Wikipedia page. And here is their, this is also their Privy Council notes. So this is a really good way to see the actual, like the first of all reference point of where all this information came from. And you can also search here, say if you know the name of a specific accused witch. And there's also filters, which if you again have precise information you want to find out, for example, age at offence, you can see all the people that were accused within the ages 10 to 19 here. And I'll show you quickly the memorials and sites of interest as well. So here's the filter sections for memorials, sites of interest, and tourist attractions. And then you can see exactly where these locations are, and you get a description. So this kind of is used to clear up any, so for example, this is like for the Maggie Wall monument, we clear up that there's no evidence that she actually existed. So also, or it describes here what this Craigmillar Castle, what that link is to the Scottish witch trials, and it has an external link as well if you want to find out more, and the street address so you can visit it. I hope you all enjoy exploring the website. There's so many different pages on it that I wouldn't have time to show you now, but please do look through it all. There's so much information and student work on this website. Thank you.